Time for a look at the Friday night games of January 10 and the Simulated Baseball League, a full scoreboard. Astros just keep on winning. They beat Oakland 8-3. That's 10 straight for Houston. Durker 7-6 over Stewart 6-7. Hidalgo hit number 12 for Houston. Fox hit number 33 in a losing cause for Oakland. Dodgers beat Boston 3-2. Clayton Kershaw 8-5 over George Winter 4-8. Gagne save 18. No homers in this one. Marlins beat up on they didn't beat up on them, but they beat the Nationals 5-1. Jose Fernandez 3-5 over Bill Gullickson 4-9. Brian Harvey saved 13. No homers in this game either. Phillies beat the Yankees 10-7. Carlton 7-6 over Peterson 8-3. And in the home run department for the Phillies, Utley number 9, Ryan Howard number 26, Mike Schmidt hit number 19 for New York. DiMaggio number 22, Ruth number 31, Mantle number 35, and Posada number 8. Tom L. Hughes of the 1915 Boston Braves on this Atlanta staff is the winning pitcher as he throws a two-hitter in this 11-0 Atlanta victory at Texas. He's walked 3 and struck out 5. He's the winner at 5-7, and Jenkins the loss 7-6. Matthews did a pair, numbers 18 and 19. Felipe Alou number 8 for Atlanta. The Orioles continue their recent run of success against New York teams to get a 5-1 win over the Mets. Alan Southron now 12-2 with that victory, and R.A. Dickey the loss 3-5. Frank Robinson hit number 17. Chris Hoyles number 10 for Baltimore. Padres beat the Rays again 6-2. Andy Benes 5-7 over David Price 3-8. Khalil Green hit number 4 for the Padres, and that was the only home run of the game. The Giants hand the Angels another loss. Matt Cain up to 6-8 now over Jared Weaver 4-9. And Jim Willoughby gets a save. That's his first. Kent hit number 14. Bonds number 15. Mays number 19. And Posey number 10 for the Giants. The Angels did not play long ball in this one. Cubs beat the Diamondbacks 8-4. Pete Alexander 8-2 over Patrick Corbin 6-4. Steve Finley the only home run for Arizona, and that was his 12th. Milwaukee edged Minnesota 5-4. Sheets 5-6 over Santana 6-3. Doug Jones the save, number 16. No home runs in this game. Pirates and Royals, Kansas City wins 8-5. Saberhagen 6-5 over Law 2-8. Saberhagen all the way on the complete game. Sanchez of Pittsburgh, Freddie Sanchez hit the only home run, and that was his 4th. White Sox beat the Reds 5-2. Reb Russell finally breaks that losing streak. He's 2-8. Mario Soto took the loss, and Soto is 4-5. Jack Quinn the save, number 3. Joe Jackson hit number 14. Magglio Ordonez number 16. And Jermaine Dye number 20, all for the winning White Sox. Indians pound the Blue Jays 12-2. Tiant 7-5 over Halladay 4-9. For Cleveland, Boudreau hit number 7, Albert Bell number 16, Fonseca number 4, and Victor Martinez number 7. Delgado hit number 17 for Toronto. Cardinals shut out the Tigers 13-0 on a combined 4-hitter. Wainwright is the winner. He's in 6-4. And Bunning the loss, 1-10. Cardinal homers, Musial a pair, number 16 and 17. Pujols hit number 11. McGuire a pair, numbers 29 and 30. Tatis a pair, numbers 13 and 14. He's really been on a tear lately. And Frisch hit number 3. And finally, the Rockies have some fun. They pound the Mariners at Coors by the same score by which they lost to the Tigers in their previous game, 21-7 in favor of Colorado. Jeff Francis is now up to 6-8. Iwakuma the loss, 4-7. And in the home run department for Colorado, Eric Young at number 4, Helton number 20, Burks a pair, number 16 and 17, and Rosario hit number 9. For Seattle, Edgar Martinez hit number 9. Now that concludes the scoreboard for Friday night, January 10. Let's give you an updated look at the standings, as we haven't done that in quite some time. And there has been some change because of the recent struggles of the Braves and the red-hot run the Astros are on in particular. So we'll start National League. Now again, the Eastern Division is the teams in the Sun Belt. And the Astros are now on top. They're 48-25. And like I said, they've won 10 in a row. They're 22-13 at home. They're 26-12 on the road. The Braves are 42-30. And they trail by 5.5. They have won 3 in a row. The Rangers are 32-41, and they now trail by 16. This has clearly turned into a 2-team race, and it's the two that I predicted at the beginning would probably end up being the dominant teams. And as we near the halfway point, that is definitely proven to be the case. The Marlins are in 4th. They're 30-42, 17.5 back. The Marlins have almost caught the Rangers, who have really struggled of late. And the Rays are 22-50, and they trail by 25.5. Now in the Central Division, this is the teams in the Northeast Corridor. Baltimore is your leader. They're 48-26. I thought they would be in the running, but I picked them third. I figured it would be Yankees and Red Sox battling it out for first. But right now, Baltimore hanging in there, has the lead. The Yankees are 45-29, and they trail by 3. Interestingly, in the old league where the Yankees were so dominant at home, in this league, they're only 21-16 at home. They're 24-13 on the road. Boston is in 3rd, and they're well off the pace. They're 37-36, and they trail by 10.5. The Nationals are 11.5 out at 36-37. Those two teams could still make a run, but the fact that they're this far out, and we're not even halfway, kind of gives you the feeling that this could be a Yankee-Oriole race the rest of the way. But there's a long way to go. The Mets are right there in that bunch as well. They're 12 back at 36-38. And the Phillies are 33-39. They're last in the division, and they trail by 14, although the Phillies are only 3.5 out of second, out of 3.5 out of third. The Western Division is the 5 teams in California. I picked the Giants to be the favorite, with Oakland right there and the Dodgers third. Well, the Dodgers right now are the top team. They're 43-30. The Giants are right there. They're 42-31, a game back. And the Athletics are a little off the pace. They're 35 and 38, and they trail by 8. The Padres are actually almost as good as Oakland right now. They're 35 and 40, trailing by 9. And the Angels are clearly the team that has underperformed the most in this division. They are 26 and 48, and they're 17 and a half out. They are only better than the Rays on that side of the ledger. On the American League side, in the Eastern Division, it's the teams in the Eastern Great Lakes and the Ohio River. Cleveland, which I predicted to be the team to beat, has now moved into first. They're 44 and 28. For a long time, Toronto was dominant, and they were off to that huge start. They've come back to earth. Cleveland, 44 and 28. Toronto is very much in the race. They're 41 and 32, and they trail by 3.5. Pittsburgh is 37 and 36. They trail by 7.5. Cincinnati is 35 and 38. They trail by 9.5. Detroit is 30 and 43 now, and they are 14.5 back. That surprises me. I thought they would be one of the teams to beat. It's not working out that way. In the Central, this is what I call the gateway to the West Division. I picked the Cardinals to win this division. There's no reason they shouldn't. And they have started to at least get a little bit above 500. They're in first, but they're just 40 and 33. The Royals are 33 and 38. They trail by 6, and they're in second place. The Diamondbacks are 33 and 41. They trail by 7.5. The Mariners have the exact same record as Arizona. And Colorado is 30 and 43, and they trail by 10. Finally, in the West, this is the 4 teams in the upper Midwest and the Western Great Lakes. White Sox, I predicted, would be the team to beat. Minnesota would give them a run, and that's how this one's played out so far. White Sox are just 41 and 32, though. Minnesota is 40 and 32, a half back. And the Cubs have definitely made themselves a factor after struggling early. They're now 38 and 35, and they trail by 3. It looks like those 3 are going to be in for a battle for a while. The Brewers are clearly on the outside looking in. They are 30 and 43, and they trail by 11. They are 8 behind their closest competition in that division. Wild cards, if the playoffs were today on the National League side, the Yankees would be the wild card at 45 and 29. The Giants are 2.5 back. Check that. 3.5 back. And the Braves are 3 back. So, actually, Braves are 2 back. They are 12 over. Yankees are 16 over. Yankees have played 2 more games. So the Braves... Yeah, the Braves are 2 behind the Yankees. The Yankees are 16 over at 45 and 29. The Braves are 12 over at 42 and 30. So that would put the Giants 2.5 back, as I said originally, 42 and 31. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger, the wild card is virtually a dead heat. Toronto's 41 and 32. Minnesota is 40 and 32. So Toronto leads Minnesota by 1/2 of a game for the wild card race, and the Cubs would be the other team, or would be the next team at 38-35. They would be 3 back. And they would be followed by the Pirates at 37 and 36, 4 back. The Reds at 35 and 38, and the A's at 35 and 38 would only be 6 back. That gives you a flavor of where we stand as we close in on the halfway mark. Most teams will hit that barrier sometime on Monday. That'll wrap it up. We'll talk to you later.